Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Bootstrap. And today, I wanted to start by thanking everybody who watched my previous video that I made regarding the RX 480. That was the most views I've ever had on a video on my channel. So I really wanted to say thank you very much to everybody that took some time to watch that and enjoyed it. I really, really appreciate it. But today, what I wanted to talk to you lot about as I was having me tea and biscuits was microtransactions. I can't stand them, and I figure you lot might not like them as well, but you could be on the other side, so we'll talk about it, right? We'll have a little bit of a pisser and see what we can find out about it. All right, guys. So last week, with all the news going on with E3 and all the games and everything, and which I hope to come up with some videos for that too, because there are some awesome new games coming out. We're not getting a Red Dead Redemption 2, unfortunately, like everybody was hoping for, but there were some pretty cool announcements. So we'll, I hope to maybe cover some of that stuff later down the road as well. But in the last week, two pretty large, prominent, one very large and prominent person in the PC gaming industry, and another one as well, who's very well known in PC journalism, but is fairly, I'd say new comparatively to the YouTube world. And those two folks are John Bain, the cynical Brit, Total Biscuit, and one of my personal favorites, Mr. Jim fucking Sterling's son. Jim Sterling can be a little bit edgy, and some people get a little bit uncomfortable with some of the matter that he touches, figuratively and physically. But I do enjoy his work, and I think I respect both gentlemen and what they bring to the table as far as reviewing games and giving information to consumers about the market and what's available. But basically, they stand on two very different places as far as microtransactions are concerned, as do a lot of people in the PC gaming community. I'm going to leave indie developers out of it and pretty much talk about right now just AAA developers. Not developers so much as the actual publishers, your Activisions, your Ubisofts, your EAs, of course, and companies like that that have really made microtransactions, and of course Warner Brothers, I didn't want to leave them out, have made it to where microtransactions are as part of the game as the game itself. You almost expect when you buy a title from one of these publishers, regardless who developed it, you are going to see that there's going to be, unfortunately, microtransactions that are going to be tied into the deal one way or the other. But both these gentlemen have very different views. Total Biscuit seems to be more of the look. They're there, whether you buy them or don't buy them are completely your choice, and you shouldn't really worry about it. If they don't affect the gameplay, and they don't affect, giving any one particular player a bonus over the other, that's fine. He doesn't have a problem with it. Jim Sterling is on the other side, where he's very, very pro. They should not be there. If you're paying $60 for a game, you shouldn't have to then at that point be incessantly bombarded with, buy this, buy that. What it may be, just, I don't want to see it, is where his particular stand is. Now, I must be honest, I am not a developer, nor am I a programmer, so I cannot tell you for sure what goes into the entire process. That would be, not justified for me to tell you. But as PC gamers, I believe all the data shows that the one thing we all want is choice. If you give us choice, we will be happy. All right, so I'm going to translate that for you guys. What I basically say is when we get a game on PC, one of the greatest things is all these choices. You can go ahead and change your anti-aliasing, your resolution scaling, your VSync, your frames. All these things come in various different packages in all these different games. So why can't we have a microtransaction button? If you want to pay for skins or sprays or battle packs or hats or whatever it may be, fine. You can leave it on and you can buy those things as you see fit and as your heart desires. And at the same time, if you're one of those people that feel that, hey, I bought the game, if I want any additional material, I'll seek it out. Don't worry about it. Leave me alone. I don't want to see your advertising in my game. I want to play my game. So at the end of the day, it would really be nice if you could go ahead and decide if you really want that there, or if you don't want to see it at all, and you'd get the right choice to do so and to put it away and say, look, I don't want it. I don't want to buy it. Leave me alone. But as you know and I know, and it might be the developers too, because let's face it, they're not allergic to making money, and nor should they be. But at the end of the day, that choice I don't think will ever come, simply because the big publishers, the Warner Brothers, the EAs, the Ubisofts, the Activisions, to them, this is not an option they want you to have. They constantly want to throw that in your face. And my thought process is if you let people make that choice, maybe some people that don't buy skins or sprays or battle packs or any of that shit might actually buy one because they're not feeling like there's somebody chasing them 24/7 as they're trying to play their game to buy something else for it. And at the end of the day, $60 is still $60. I know to some people that's throwaway money, but for some kids and some people and adults, that's the budget they have for a game, and that might be the budget they have for a game for a while. I really think, unfortunately, because people feel that they can buy 10 games in a month and not have to worry about it, that everybody else can. And that's just unfortunate. That's just, I wish that was the case, but that's not reality. So when people buy the game, they expect to get what they paid for and not necessarily be, have a pimp at the corner of their screen constantly flashing DLC or skins or expansion packs or whatever it is. Let the consumer choose. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to make this quick video and let you guys know what I thought about this process. I really, really wish that publishers and would realize that the consumer doesn't really hate them; they hate their practices. And if their practices would change, consumers' attitudes towards them would change. People don't hate EA or Activision or Ubisoft or Warner Brothers just because of who they are. The reason they hate them is their practices. I mean, it's just as simple as that. But anyway, guys, again, I wanted to thank everybody for the previous video. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you guys will like this one as well. I know this was a little shorter, quicker, and a little bit of a different topic. I will be bringing you guys some more AMD videos here shortly regarding the Zen CPU and some other market and business ideas that I believe that AMD is going to employ and should employ going forward regarding the new GPUs as well as the RX 480 as more and more numbers come out about that as well. But other than that, man, hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bootstrap.